What's up, guys? Kyle here with Crypto Theory. All right, we've got a reaction video for you guys today, backed by very popular demand. You guys seem to really love these first reaction videos, okay? And we love making them. They're a lot of fun, and we really enjoy taking the time to make these videos for you because they are a lot of fun to make. So anybody that's brand new and has not seen one of these type of videos yet, we've got a few of them out at this point, and it's kind of a reoccurring thing that we're going to continue to keep doing because you guys do love them so much. Basically, premise of this is a project that we have been requested to make by, somebody within our community or multiple people within our community. It's a project that either we have never heard of before or maybe we've heard of it but just never looked into it. Okay, so we have zero prior knowledge about this project. It's kind of like going into a big blockbuster movie and avoiding all spoilers at all costs, okay? Imagine you're going to the new Avengers movie or the new Star Wars movie, and you don't want to know what's going to happen. But it's really hard to avoid any spoilers because they're all over the place. Well, that's kind of like this right here, where it's a project that everybody's talking about, okay? Everybody in your community, everybody on Facebook, Discord, Twitter, doesn't matter where. It's something everybody's talking about, and you're trying to avoid looking at anything because you want to be surprised about it, okay? So that's what we do for these videos right here. We purposely don't look into these projects until we film these videos so you guys get the absolute first thoughts that we do, and you kind of get a glimpse into how we look at projects initially and our thought process behind it. So with that being said, let's dive right in and let's start talking about it. So the one we're doing today is called Feg Token, F-E-G. Let's just get it pulled up right here. I'm guessing that's how they pronounce it. Hey, there you go. Look at, okay, trending. There's good old Shiba. We've been talking a lot about Shiba on here. Polygon, another one we've been talking a lot about. So I always love looking at the trending search right here just to kind of see, what's really trending on there. And like I said, there we go. You can tell it's being talked about a lot right there. It's getting a lot of searches. So let's take a look and see what they've got going on. So sitting at number 110, just outside the top 100. I love their logo, like a little gorilla head with sunglasses on. That's pretty funny. At least I think those are sunglasses. That's pretty funny. So Feg, F-E-G, is the ticker for this one right here. So okay, so is this another meme one? I have a feeling it must be because that seems to be like the common theme everybody wants to talk about right now is these meme coins or meme tokens. So interesting. Well, we're going to take a look and see what it is. So down 19% today basically. Market cap 650 million. Okay. 24-hour volume 30 million. My curiosity on this too. Okay, it's an Ethereum contract. Interesting. Okay, I love Ethereum. Let's take a look. Okay, so this is fairly new. It's definitely not a year old. How old is this? Okay, so since February. Oh wow, okay, I can see why a lot of people must have been talking about this. Okay, so that would make sense. We started to notice people talking about it probably a couple weeks ago, which that would make sense. This was just over 2 weeks ago right here when this thing absolutely skyrocketed and went parabolic in about 3 or 4 days. Okay, so really interesting right there. I mean, I don't know what the percentage gains on that was, but wow. Like, yeah, that thing skyrocketed out of nowhere, and it's on a bit of a retracement, but it's still actually, it just had a big run up again, it looks like. Okay, so interesting. Very, very interesting on that. Where can you get this at? Let me just take a look. Before we look at their website, I just want to see where can we get this at. Okay. This is very, very interesting, okay? I know Uniswap obviously is a big deal. Gate.io, quite a few people use that, but Uniswap, obviously the biggest DEX out there. A lot of people using Uni. However, very interesting, okay? Look at the volume. First off, actually there's more volume on Gate.io, but for a project that literally is only on 4 exchanges, okay? So it's not on a big exchange. I mean, it's on Uniswap, the biggest DEX, but it's not on like a Binance or a KuCoin or HitBTC or Huobi or Coinbase. It's not on any of those really, really big, most well-known ones. But it's still doing almost 31 million in 24-hour trade volume. So it's still doing a fair amount of trade volume for really not having a lot of tokens. That tells me it's got a big community behind it. At least that would be my assumption. It's got a big community behind it of a lot of people that either love this project or at least a lot of people trying to move the price and really trying to load up on this because they think it's going to skyrocket. And, you can tell just by looking at the charts, it's had a couple of big pumps, okay? It had a big retracement right there like most of the market did, but it's had a couple of big pumps that happen very suddenly and everything. So very interesting right here. Let's take a look at what the actual project is. And guys, as always, while we're waiting for that right there, we'll kind of keep talking. As always, we're going to do a follow-up to this. Good or bad, we're going to do a follow-up based on what we see, okay? So let's take a look. Okay, so there's the logo right there. Feed every gorilla. Okay, so Feg stands for Feed Every Gorilla. Is this like a... what is the project? Okay, on ETH and on Binance Smart Chain. That's interesting. Okay, Feg is redesigning the way decentralized finance is structured, focused on reshaping and developing how DeFi works completely while delivering the most robust ecosystem ever designed for DeFi's much-needed advancements. Okay, so do they have their own DEX? Feg. Yeah, they must. Okay, they must have their own DEX. Interesting. Okay, so they do have a working DEX rate like that. This is actually what we were kind of talking about the other day, like with some of these other meme coins, Shiba Inu, Kishu Inu, all these other ones. You know, interesting. Let's take a look. Okay, trade on that. The all-in-one exchange can choose a staking pool that allows your token holders to stake and earn BNB or ETH. Wow. Okay, there's a lot of different things right there. I'm not going to go through all of those right now for time's sake. But what is this? Track your rewards. Okay, so they have a rewards program on this. A working app with that. Okay, so that's interesting. This is not that old of a project. The fact that they have all this stuff up and going, I mean, this is only a 2 or 3 month old project, if I remember right from the chart. So they got a lot of stuff up and going for that short of time span. Interesting. Okay, so progressive deflationary, that's the other thing I wanted to know is what was the total supply, and I don't think we actually looked at that. Okay, wow, it's a lot. What is that? Is that like... That's 100. That's more than 100 trillion. That's like 100 quadrillion. Is that right? Could that be right? 100 quadrillion? Oh, yeah. Duh, right in front of me. Deflationary token with a max circulating supply of 100 quadrillion. On each transaction, tax of 1% will be distributed to the holders. Okay. And we're starting to see that happen more and more, it seems like. And further 1% will be burnt, hence incentivizing holders to hodl or hodl. Anybody that's brand new, that means hold on for dear life. And decreasing the supply over time. As the supply decreases, the scarcity of the token increases. This inversely proportional relationship constitutes a supply and demand model. Okay, very interesting on that. There's no limit as to how many tokens can be burnt. Without a burning limit, you know what happens next, okay? Very interesting. And then it's got all the different stuff for their ecosystem. Here's their tokenomics, 100% liquidity, Uniswap and PancakeSwap. Okay, is this... Well, if it's on both of them, then it's got to be you got to have the option for it then for Ethereum, or did I miss? Oh, right there. Okay. Main idea behind Feg is to provide a decentralized transaction network which operates on the Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain. Interesting. Okay. The path forward for Feg is determined by market fluctuations, but the model it runs on begs Feg to succeed. All right. So interesting. I could absolutely see why there's a lot of people getting behind this. There's the white paper for it right there. Okay, so that's kind of the main part of it. Obviously, you can jump to spots right there, but simple enough website to kind of go along. You get a good idea what this is. So they do have some working products on this, which is interesting for an early project like this. One last thing I want to talk about is, and we haven't talked about this on other ones, but I do want to get an idea. What is their social like? Okay, let's see. Feg Token. All right, so they got 145,000 followers. That's a pretty decent amount for a project, again, that's not that old. Okay, so talking about, you should be saying when 1,000x from here. Join our Telegram, so they're trying to actively grow a Telegram. Let's see, they're retweeting on here. Okay, so they're posting pretty actively on here. This is, what is this? 10 hours ago they posted. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so they're showing how literally like all the other meme coins and big ones that people are like pumping and everything right now is down, and then you have Feg is the only one that's up. Obviously that's not the case now. It's down 19%, but at the time, there you go. And then they got to show Bitcoin in there too. That's funny. What else do they have? Okay, so they're active right here. Everyone click on the link and tweet it out now. This is our social media push. We need everyone in the Feg army. So yeah, I mean, they're very active, it looks like, on their Twitter, and I would assume probably the same with their Reddit and their Telegram and Discord. We're not going to dive into all that stuff again from a time standpoint. We've already been probably going, I'm guessing, probably 10 minutes or so. I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time, but my final thoughts on this, we're going to make another video to follow this up because this is interesting. I'm not going to say, yes, you know, I love it and I'm going to go buy it. I'm not going to say, no, I'm not. I can see why there's excitement around this project, though. I mean, a lot of these meme currencies at this point, they're getting a lot of hype. They're getting a lot of people backing them. This one right here actually does seem like they are trying to create a use case. Now, this is just, guys, this is not professional financial advice. This is just my initial thoughts on this. So don't take this and run with it and say, absolutely got to go buy this, because I don't even know that I'm going to. I have to do more due diligence. I have to dive in further. We just like making these reaction videos so you guys can get an idea kind of what do we look for when we're first looking at the project, things that I would continue to keep looking at, you know, the social media for sure. Look at the charts and the historicals a little bit, get an idea what's going on with it. See if you can find any news about it. Are they going to be added to any more exchanges? Is it going to be like a Shiba where they're getting onto Binance and KuCoin and all these other exchanges? Because if that's the case, that's huge news if something like that does happen. So a lot of things to look into. Look into the team, the development of it. What do they have planned on their roadmap? All things you should always be doing and doing your own research before investing into anything. So yes, guys, we will do a follow-up letting you know what we ultimately do. Do we invest in this? Do we stay away from it? And you guys will have that video, I would imagine, probably within this upcoming week. It's going to take us a few days to kind of dive in and excuse me, and do our due diligence. And at that point, we will give you guys an update video. So that's all I got, guys. Have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you in the next one.